Hello, besties. Welcome to another episode of Your New B.F.F. I'm your host, Sophie, and in this podcast, we chit-chat all about positivity, realness, and the journey to your highest self. After this episode, I want you to leave feeling inspired and high vibe. So let's tune in because I'm so excited you're here with me today. Hello, besties. Welcome back to another episode of Your New B.F.F. So excited to be here with you guys today. It is Halloween weekend, and this is definitely my favorite holiday. You guys, I have always been into costumes and dressing up and spooky season, excitement and energy that revolves not just Halloween, but just the fall season. If you are coming back, welcome back. Thank you again for being here. And if you are new here, thank you. Welcome to the bestie community. I haven't really come up with a name, but I call you guys my besties. So here we are. And I'm so excited for today's episode because the last couple episodes, we had been talking about vanishing limiting beliefs, the inner critic, basically bettering these parts of ourselves that can sometimes take over our minds and our life and our well-being. So I wanted to stay in the vibe and realm of that topic and chit chat about our shadow self. So I'm sure you guys have maybe heard these words going around: the dark divine feminine. What is that? Our shadow selves. What is shadow work? Besties, we all have this beautiful, lightful energy inside of us. We are all light workers at our soul's core. We have the ability to transmute energy and cipher negative emotions into positive ones. Obviously, by doing this, by turning our negative emotions and our negative beliefs and our negative thoughts into positive ones, this obviously will highly accelerate our manifestation process. Really exploring the shadow side of ourselves, becoming self-aware and mindful of this shadow part of ourselves, and really becoming aware of our limiting beliefs and our inner critic. This is the part of manifestation that a lot of people don't want to do, don't want to get into. And I get it, right? Because it's the icky, dark, hidden part of us that we might not or might feel afraid or anxious or all these feelings to kind of tap into. But this is also the reason why a lot of us might be experiencing manifestation blockages and might be feeling weak in the manifestation journey. And we are here in this community to strengthen our manifesting powers, become our next level selves, and be in alignment to manifest our next level dream life. With all this beautiful energy that we have inside of us to share and to enhance our journey and experience here, we also have this other side of ourselves, the shadow part. And this is what makes up the divine feminine, the light and the dark, the light and the shadow. So what is our shadow self? Like, what is this, right? So our shadow self is the part of ourselves that are perceived as our unacknowledged emotions, our conditioned beliefs, unwanted personality traits, unfulfilled desires or dreams, hidden talents or creative abilities that we haven't tapped into or explored, addictive patterns or behaviors that are not serving us, and basically just behaviors, thoughts, beliefs that are self-sabotaging our manifesting journey and our growth. And what happens is a lot of us just repress and hide and deny this shadow part of ourselves. But the thing is, bestie, is that it's essential for our manifestation process and for our manifestation growth to acknowledge and accept this part of ourselves. When we ignore, deny, or continue blindly in these patterns that are not serving us, whether that's negative emotions that we just want to ignore and not acknowledge and get to the hidden root of, or these belief systems that have just been put into our head that you refuse to change and that are limiting you and that are not helping you in your growth, not following your dreams, ignoring the thoughts and creative ideas that you're getting. All of these things, the more that you ignore them, you are blocking your blessings and you are creating resistance. And resistance is one of the most detrimental things to the manifesting process. It's an inner friction with our energy that is created when our thoughts and our emotions and our beliefs are not aligning with who we really are and with what we really want, or even what we really think. We were just basically becoming victim to our thoughts and this way that we've been the entire time. And this energy of resistance, this friction, is going to block your energy to receive manifestations, to be in flow, and it's going to be holding us back from our desires, because resistance lowers the shit out of our vibration. And it lowers our vibration because you're just escaping from your shadow. And from escaping from your shadow, you're just turning to things that are going to continue to lower your vibration. So you're self-sabotaging, you're taking it out on unhealthy relationships, unhealthy habits, dwelling in emotions that are not going to help you. I am calling all of us out on here. But that's the thing. We have to call it out. We have to be self aware of our shadow. We have to be mindful of it, because there are blind spots in our self awareness. And sometimes a lot of these things can go undetected for a little far too long if we are not actively and consciously working on our growth and working on transmuting that energy. The longer we avoid our shadow, turn to escape into other things like Instagram, social media, binging on Netflix, self-sabotaging ourselves, not dealing with the shadows that come up, the more this is creating a low vibration and blocking our manifestation, because you will just keep reinforcing limiting beliefs, which we touched base on one of the last episodes on limiting beliefs. The more that you escape and the more that you continue on this spiral, the more that's going to get cemented. And it's the same with your shadow work. If you keep avoiding it and you just want to focus on the good things about the manifesting journey, and you don't want to focus on the practice and really becoming your next level self, you're just focused on the outcome and the end outcome of just manifesting that desire, it's just not going to happen, bestie. And this is why I'm so big on this podcast on talking about the manifesting journey, because the end result is amazing and it's great to have our why to keep us inspired and motivated, but you have to learn to fall in love with the process. And for me, this was a huge part of transforming and up leveling my energy, my frequency, and my manifestation progress. It has been learning to embody our shadow. The more you are resisting, the more you are escaping and ignoring your shadow, the more of that energy you are going to call to yourself. So if you're saying, OMG, F manifestation, F this process, like every time I think about it, I just keep attracting these like bad situations. It's never coming, it's never happening. That's because you are literally in that energy of lack, that energy of resistance, where you're only focusing on the end result and on the fears and of the doubts of not receiving your manifestation. So to embody your shadow, you have to release as much resistance as possible. You have to just be and embrace both of these sides of yourself. This is what makes up the divine feminine, bestie. And this is the magic in us. So you have to embrace it, let go of the resistance to be back in alignment and harness the most powerful energy you ever have. This is going to involve a lot of self awareness, recognizing the signs of resisting, disempowering those beliefs by replacing them with new ones, releasing the attachment to the end result, taking the inspired action that is necessary, whether it's inspired or also whether it's action that you know you have to take. And I'm going to make a whole other episode on that one. And then finding evidence of what you have already manifested. Because I promise you, bestie, when you start incorporating daily gratitude reminders throughout your day, this is something that has transformed for me. I have been really prioritizing gratitude. And since I have been prioritizing gratitude, like number one, I have been really on my A game. I have been seeing so many little sprinkles of blessings throughout my day, signs. My intuition is just way more strong. I have a clearer channel to receive intuitive downloads. I just feel so clear. Remember, like I always say, that the manifestation process does require your patience and your persistence and compassion. So do not get discouraged. Each time that you catch yourself, use it as a lesson. And each moment you have the decision. So do not dwell if yesterday or the previous decision or even the previous hour, you maybe let doubt sneak in or you maybe let a disempowering belief take over. Do not self-deprecate and do not dwell on that emotion. Be in the present moment. Be mindful and shift. That's the beauty of being a light worker and an energy alchemist. And when you start to embrace these parts of yourself, a beautiful thing is going to start happening in your manifestation journey, in your transformative journey. You are no longer going to be resisting or fighting the parts of you that you might not be in love with. Your energy is no longer resistant to you, and you are going to become in flow and one with the universe. And we all know what happens when you are in flow with the universe. You are open to receiving, and you are going to be in a state of gratitude and high frequency. I promise you this. It's going to strengthen your magic, and you are going to become better at transmuting your energy. It is going to strengthen your magic, and you are going to be able and get really good at transmuting negative energy into positive energy. Over time, you are going to be alchemizing feelings of sadness into compassion, anger into forgiveness, and doubt into courage. Each time your shadow self comes up, bestie, you have the decision to be in your authentic self or to hide from it. We must not let our shadow overpower our well-being and our light. We are here with the universe to co-create, alchemize, and balance our emotions and experiences. Just as much as the amazing, amazing parts and qualities of you are your authentic self, so is your shadow, bestie. And when you embody that, you are going to step into such a greater authenticity. We become more true to ourselves and more authentic. And this is golden because when we are authentic with our soul, we are clear on who we are, what we want. We are going to have healthier relationships, a more fulfilling life, and be in the most alignment, have a clear channel to receive intuitive downloads, and a much stronger and greater intuition. All keys to manifesting our dream life. By embodying our shadow, you're just going to become more self-aware into the patterns of your life, into the things that might not be serving you. So you will just continuously be growing and evolving and just always be the next level version of yourself, which is the goddess energies that we are attracting and embodying. So step into your goddess energy, and I encourage you guys to take these insights and practice them into your daily rituals, whether you're meditating, scripting, or simply just being kinder to yourself and replacing those negative beliefs. You all have the power to create the life that you're happy of and that you desire. Keep staying true to yourself. Besties, thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. And if you are new here, I do end each podcast with 3 affirmations. So I suggest you swap out any negative thinking, any negative beliefs, any of those little creepy little crawlers, swap it out with one of these affirmations. I embrace the light and shadow parts of myself. My shadow guides me towards the light. I am in tune with the rhythms of the universe, and I trust my intuition to guide me. Besties, thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Please make sure to subscribe and like this video. And as always, I can't wait to chit chat with you on the next one. Bye. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of YN B.F.F. If you love what you heard, please support by following our podcast and leaving a stellar review. You can also follow my socials posted in the show notes. I am so excited to catch you in the next episode, and until then, Stay feeling high, blessed, and divine, besties. Bye!